Hi y'all, I'm currently in the kitchen. It's 12:31. My name is Maria. Welcome to my channel. I'm watching Amber Heard and Johnny Depp make complete fools of themselves to the entire world right now. See, I thought I was interested in this case until today. And it's not because Johnny is going down the tubes with all of his text messages. It's because if I'm on that jury, I don't want to get down in the mud any more than this crazy has gone on. Because they're both guilty. The long and the short of it is, they're both guilty. Okay, so we've established Johnny did a lot of drugs and drank a lot. Okay, who takes a picture but a little teenager, a little teeny bopper getting stoned, taking a picture of people with ice cream in their hands, stoned? Okay, look, I've made up my mind about this case. They both did wrong. The counselor was right. They were both equally abusive to each other. But Amber is the less mature of them and the aggressor, and she wants revenge because she didn't get the money she wanted. She didn't get a prenup. I guess her $7 million or whatever and her divorce settlement wasn't enough. And Johnny doesn't want his reputation ruined. Well, you know what? They're ruining it now. I think about the time you start bringing up Elton John and name dropping. And at this point, I don't want to hear Johnny Depp laughing about nothing. I really don't. I love him as a person. I think he's been very honest to a fault. But you can't, at this point, he's just got to say, yeah, I was doing drugs then. Yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah, don't make jokes. If I'm in the jury, I am thinking you think your poop doesn't smell. Taking the jury's time for that is what I'm thinking. I guess I'm realizing, what am I getting so angry about with this case? And I think that's because so many women and men are suffering from domestic violence right now. And they don't have the luxury to even go into a courtroom and be taken seriously. I'm serious. If Johnny Depp was abused by Amber, I think the story needs to be told because so many men are ashamed to come forward. I think his voice is important. And I think that if he was abusing Amber, then she has a right to say that he was doing that too. But the obnoxious, obscene amount of money and I can't think of the word that I want. It's just so obscene. It's so arrogant. It's so Hollywood. It's so Hollywood. Nobody has a right to go on like this. Why is she recording him in withdrawal? Why is she recording him? Why is she taking pictures of him at his lowest point? Why is she divorcing him when his mother just died and that brings up all of his trauma? It's just the most abusive, nasty, malicious thing. And I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Amber Heard has been called out on every lie from everyone that's worked with her. They have said that her photos were photoshopped. She probably was popping a pimple on her cheeks because she's got the kind of cheekbones that if you put a little blush on, it's going to look like she might have a bruise. She was on a show. What's the name of it? Jim Corbett show. She was on a show. Within 24 hours, she said she had to appear on the James Corbett show. That's right. The guy that does karaoke. James Corbitt. No, not James Corbett. I can't think of his name right now. I'll get it right. She was on a show, and she had the nerve to say that she went on that show with 2 black eyes. Her stylist said, put her makeup on. She saw her with no makeup. No makeup. They all saw her with no makeup. They said she didn't have any black eyes. The police that went into the house said, Johnny didn't trash the house. Her friends did. The police went in, took video of the house when she made the call and said all this stuff was going on. I think the most malicious, conniving, evil, diabolical thing a person can do is to hit a person at their weak point and set them up to look like something they're not and embellish. And that is exactly what she's doing. That is exactly what she's doing. I mean, they both recorded each other. If I'm both of their therapists, they're like a therapist's wet dream, and they're also like, I'm like, excuse me, you two kids go play now, bye. I'm serious. There's some people you can't help. Especially when drugs are involved, like mushrooms, ecstasy, speed, Ambien, a lot of stuff. Weed, alcohol, benzos, opiates. They're both guilty of a lot of drug usage. Sadly, when people are using that amount of drugs, they do crazy shit. Does Johnny have a potty mouth? Does he text stupid things he shouldn't have? Yeah, he does. But is Amber still lying about the majority of the stuff? Yeah, she is. It's disgusting. If I'm on this jury, I'm like, I want out of here. Okay, so what I'm making today is a recipe I saw online. I'm going to link to it when I get the link. It's really just called butter tomato sauce. It's a stick of butter to a pound of your choice of pasta. The gentleman that was making it, I'll link to it, was using, I think, fettuccine or linguine a pound, and he was using 3 quarts of cherry tomatoes to 1 stick of butter, a little salt, little pepper. Don't over salt it because you're going to maybe want to put cheese on it later, and if you're using pecorino romano, it would be too salty. I had a couple of mushrooms left, so I used 1/4 of a stick of butter. I'm using Bukatani, so I'm only using 3 servings, so I used 1 quart of grape tomatoes, and because grape tomatoes are a little bit longer, like a grape, I'm not going to worry about having 3 quarts. I think this is going to be plenty. And to this, I added 1 can of no salt diced tomato. It's 1 medium onion chopped up. So the recipe is 1 stick of butter, unsalted. 1 stick of unsalted butter. 1 medium onion chopped. That's it. Very simple. And 3 quarts, about 3 quarts of cherry tomatoes, if that's what you have, or grape. If you have grape, you can use less. If you have just diced tomatoes, you can use that. I added some no salt diced tomatoes to mine. I did put some crushed hot pepper in mine. So, crushed hot pepper. A little bit of basil went in. And 1 layer of garlic minced. And I did put a pinch of cinnamon in it because I had a couple of little mini peppers, so I threw those in. So with my mushrooms, I got a few little peppers floating around in there. This is exactly how I want it to look. And in the recipe, as this cooks down, gentleman cooking, I think it was sip and save or sip and serve, whatever. You're going to take your pasta out and add it to your sauce and start flipping it. But you're going to add some of your pasta water in this as it's cooking, just to thicken it up. And that's it. That's all you're going to do. So with Bukatani, it says 11 to 13 minutes. So I'm not going to cook that all the way. I'm going to cook it to about 10 minutes right now. It's still got time to go there. Why it's taking so long. But Bukatani is a little bit thicker. Like, it's thick like the tubes, so. Stopped boiling. I don't like that. It stopped boiling on me. And that's it. I'm just going to toss it in there. I'm going to do a little pecorino romano so I don't need a lot of salt. And I already did a lot of cinnamon. That's it. Butter, tomato, onion, whatever spices you want. You don't need a lot of spices. I never cook with butter, so this is really going to be an interesting thing for me to taste, I guess. I mean, I never put butter in my tomatoes. I've done butter in noodles with a little tomato sauce, so I imagine it's going to be the same. I'm kind of tasting it to see. But, yeah. My entire kitchen is slanted, so everything goes this way. I'm trying to keep my pan from, I want it to cook even. Because my whole stove slants down. I want to make sure I got my stuff all cleaned up because you know how sauce splatters. Anyways, I just really wish Johnny and Amber the best. Today is the anniversary of Prince Roger Nelson's going home, and I wish he was still on this planet. I just think this world would be a little bit kinder if Prince was still here. I'm going to say it again. Things got really crazy. All this crap went down in May 2016. All of it. Personally, and I'm not one to mama shame and drug addict blame, and I'm not one to do that. But I will say, I think it's incredibly strange that money can buy Amber Heard an adopted baby girl when she clearly has this much pathology going on in her life. And I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying that people that have a history of drug use or temper or conniving can be parents. That's not what I'm saying. But when you are adopting and you can't even take care of your own life, I'm sorry, I have a problem with these mega movie stars that are adopting babies, because they're just buying whatever they want. It's just so messed up. It's messed up that they ever got paid as much as they get paid. It's messed up that people worship them. It's messed up that people have to do everything for them. I hope Hollywood falls on its fanny. Because who needs movies? We're all making a movie in this world. We're all part of a bigger, grander movie. And this is just craziness. I can't think of the word I want. The audacity, the gall, to have as much money and to waste people's time. And I know for some it's entertaining them. I see it already on the internet. Some people are being incredibly entertained by this. I'm not being entertained. I'm trying to learn something. Because I actually do see my father in some ways in Johnny, and I see my mother in some ways in Amber. So that's my interest, guys. That's my interest. A little bit. Only even my mother wasn't as conniving as, or well, maybe she was. I don't know. I mean, I see two people covering their butts. Oh wow, that's really good. That's really good. I'm going to let those tomatoes really cook down, because I don't want tomato skin in my teeth when I'm eating it, but yeah, that's really good. The butter totally richens, makes it richer and sweeter. And you want it to turn that orange, so it'll be red when you first put it in, but then you want it to go orange. And then you just put some Parmesan cheese in it. Yeah, I can't eat till 3 o'clock, so I'm making my sauce and pasta now. I'm so bad. Yeah, so I'm wearing my Prince shirt. Yeah, I got my Prince shirt on. My Prince ballpark shirt on. My plan was to listen to Prince music today and not get into this stupid trial again, but here I am. Court TV? God. Yeah, about the time I heard Elton John's name being mentioned, I'm like, oh, no, don't go there, you guys. Don't go there. Come on. Get a grip. All right. So again, I think they're both guilty. I think Amber took the poo on their marriage bed. I think that is very characteristic of schizophrenic tendencies. I think that some people, not all people with schizophrenia tendencies, take human dumps on people, but I know that some do. I know it for a fact. It's the grandest way in disorganized thinking that people can say, well, shit on you. This is what I think of you. And shit on our marriage. And shit on everything. And yeah, people that have some forms of schizophrenic behavior do use their human feces to express themselves. Now, Johnny writing with the blood. I'm more interested in what he wrote. He wrote every lie that Amber ever told. I think he was hoping to wake her up, like, look at me, I'm bleeding. I am writing in my blood. Back off, you crazy bitch. That's what I think he was doing. And he said he was at a nervous breakdown point. That was his breaking point. Everything was coming to him, including the fact that his mother just died. Who divorces their husband when their mother dies within 24 hours? No, I hope Johnny gets these people far away from him and stays clean. And I really hope Amber gets her crap together and becomes a good mother. And you know the sad part is, I think that Johnny was attracted to the fact that Amber was with another woman. And if he could get her attraction, that was like a notch in his belt. I do believe that there are a lot of men that are attracted to women that are bisexual or lesbian, and it's kind of their way of proving their manhood is, look how good I am, I got you, to turn back to men. That really does go on. Nobody's going to talk about it much, but it does go on. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna go now. A little parsley at the end, a little pecorino romano, I say, but if you got regime parmesan, go for it. And wait to salt and pepper it. Crushed hot pepper if you want it. Whatever pasta you want. Take care, everybody. I'm gonna go. Bye.